and now it's recording. So did that just kick us out or no? I don't know what just happened. Are we still good? You guys can still see me, everything?
Yep, I'll sit.
Like literally on my other screen, it says it kicked me out. Okay. I'm not touching anything. Like I said, so we do a lot of networking before COVID hit, obviously in person, which is what really separated our meetings, because our meetings were very lively, if you will. You caught a little bit of that from the music that I was playing. You get it. But we have pre-COVID roughly around 400 members and sponsors that were part of our group. So you can imagine our meetings were good sized. So we are actually slowly growing our membership now that COVID, it's definitely not over. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole, but that being said, our membership is still growing, which is great, because that's the whole point of tonight's meeting actually, is like business is going on and moving on. But tonight's topic, we are going to talk about how to leverage TBREIA as a member for during the pandemic, and especially after the pandemic, because things are obviously a little bit rocky here in Florida right now, especially the Tampa Bay area. So we're definitely still in the thick of it here. So we're going to talk about how you guys can still leverage and use TBREIA to your advantage with tonight's presentation. Again, my name is Greg Simpson. I am the president of TBREIA. I am also the CEO of Outfast Realty and Investments. I'm a partner in Deployed Capital Group, which we will talk about with our sponsors later. My partner, Jeremy Cloder, also is a subgroup host of TBREIA, and he is the CEO of Outfast Property Management, which is one of our sister companies. So we pretty much do it all. I primarily am a fix and flip investor and do a little wholesaling when the wholesale deals arise and they come themselves, but we don't do a whole lot of active wholesaling right now. We are more looking for deals and for fix and flips, and we just recently purchased a condo for renovation. We just bought a duplex to hold. I own with partners a few other rental properties as well. One's an Airbnb, one is essentially a duplex as well. That Jeremy manages the duplex. One of our other subgroup hosts, who I don't think will be on the call tonight because he's got baby duty as well, is Jared at Teal Door Hosting. And so we are very still active in the real estate community as we speak. Business has not slowed down for us. It has actually picked up during this pandemic. So that is a great thing. I know Rob DeJour is one of our sponsors. He's going to talk a little bit about why I'm sure his business is just crushing it right now, because he's a mortgage broker. We are going to go around the room. I'm going to have my sponsors go first, tell them a little about who they are, what they do, and how they can help you grow your business. I'm going to make sure nobody else has popped in here. I think we're good. So I'm going to lead it off with Rob, since I saw him pop in there. So Rob, if you want to lead off here, I think you should be able to unmute yourself. Yep, there you go.
Sure. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. How's everybody doing? Thanks for joining on this rainy Thursday night. I'm Rob DeJour, branch manager for Guild Mortgage here in Tampa. I've been doing residential lending in the area for close to 15 years now. And we are in an amazing time where we are seeing all-time low interest rates on fixed rate mortgage products. I'm also an investor myself, so I have rentals that I long-term rent and hold. So I'm very knowledgeable about that aspect of the lending side. How I can help you guys, if you do purchase a home with hard money and you fix it up and want to rent that out now and extract some of the cash, I can help with that method through a cash out refinance. Or if you're looking to buy an investment property, I can help with the conventional loan to purchase the investment property if you have qualifying income on your tax returns. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I will put my email in the chat. Thanks, Greg.
Muted myself so I didn't make it. What are you seeing rates at right now for cash out refis and just straight purchases?
For primary residence?
for primary residence? Because obviously there are some realtors on the call that I recognize too. So
It's in, I literally,
I know I saw it today, but I want everyone else to see.
I was pricing it out today just for a client right here who's putting 10% down conventional loan purchase. I'm quoting him at 2.75 on a 30 rate. It's just with like
That's nuts.
0.5 points, 2.875 and 2.99 with like credits back towards closing. Never seen it this low in my career.
That's insane. That's literally free money, guys. I hope you guys understand. That is free money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not going to last forever either. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, with more positive economic news, I think there's pressure on them to go up a little bit, not a ton, but you'll probably see them get back to about 3.5, I would say, by the end of the year. And then we have, what's coming up in November. So that could also affect things.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to go up, but even at 3.5 is still like ridiculously low. I mean, so
Completely agree.
what are you guys seeing right now for like cash out refis? I know that's definitely an uptick because it's a little more risky and whatnot. So.
Yeah, I would say great credit. It's a primary residence, like 3.25.
What if it's not like an investment property, like for Burr?
Well, investment properties probably around the high 3s to 4%, and probably a point or two in discount points. But that's still awesome,
Still amazing.
Yeah.
You guys have never done that before. You guys need to understand that like this is like a really good time to do the Burr method because interest rates are so low and appraisals are still coming in at essentially what they're listing for, selling for, going under contract for, because appraisers are so backed up right now. They don't have time to like do a ton of I mean, they do their due diligence, don't get me wrong, but they are so backed up that they're just like churning, like, here you go. Yep. Here's your appraisal. Here's your appraisal. Here's your appraisal. So it is an exciting time, ladies and gentlemen, to be in real estate investing, and ride this wave while you can. That's what we're going to talk about during pandemic, post-pandemic tonight. Okay. All right. Let's see. I got Mark here from J-Dog.
Hey, Greg. I believe you have a commercial.
I do. Give me a second. I will find that.
All right. While he's looking for that, let me tell you about J-Dog a little bit. Mostly what we specialize in is junk removal services and demolition. And actually recently we began doing total demolition as well. So we can meet pretty much every need when you acquire a new property and you don't like what's on there or you've got a mess, we can help you clean it up. We do it fast. Our lead times are short and we get you taken care of.
Very cool. I'm opening it up right now. Hopefully you guys
I'm kind of
can see
excited.
this.
It's the first time I'm getting to see this myself.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Glad to be debuting. You guys can see. Give me a thumbs up. Awesome.
One of the most important factors with J-Dog Tampa Bay is our mission. We live it every single day. Empower, serve, and protect. My favorite part of the mission is not just empowering veterans, it is how we protect the planet with our sustainability principles. That we are looking for every single way that we can take that waste and break it down, recycle it, get it repurposed, sometimes even get it donated to local charities if it's in good condition. That's why I come to work every single day. It's not just because we're hiring veterans, it's because we're serving the local community and we're making sure that we're veterans on a mission to protect the planet.
All right. I kind of like that. I
Yeah,
hope you
well
guys
done. I like it. Yeah, so we use J-Dog a lot, guys. We have used them for a lot of our work in the past for clean outs and junk outs and stuff like that. So yeah, awesome, good stuff, Mark. Thanks for being here tonight. I did see that, Thomas, you had your hand raised. Is there a reason you had your hand raised? Thomas, you can unmute yourself if you can. If not, there we go.
No, I don't know how to do that. I just was trying to figure out how to get my camera working. I haven't figured that out.
Okay, no
He
problem.
was clapping for Mark's commercial.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. See, do we have any other sponsors? I think I saw Ralph on here earlier. Ralph, you there? There he is.
I am here. Yep. Hey, how you doing, everyone? This is Ralph Zeller, the business relationship manager at Old Tampa Bay Title. A lot of title companies out there in the market, but we are your local investor-friendly real estate attorney-owned and operated title company. So, Greg, you're going to love this part, buddy. You ready? So we have not one, not two, three in-house real estate attorneys. So we are very experienced, very knowledgeable, when it comes to working with investors and, the types of, when it comes to wholesaling, fix and flips, your A to B, B to C contracts, things of that sort. I mean, when it comes to closing, we are very, very familiar. So whether it be residential, commercial, we're here for you, and we'd love to have the privilege of closing your investment properties for you as well. So I'll go ahead and put my information in the chat, and I apologize. I'm actually not in the office right now, so I'm doing this on my cell phone right now, so I can't even see myself, but I'll put all of my information in the chat box here, and please feel free to definitely reach out to myself or anybody from my team as well. We love TBREIA. We've been a sponsor for quite some time now, a couple of years at this point, I think, and we love working with you guys, and we're here for you. So anything that we can do for you, from a closing standpoint, we got the proper resources, and like I said, we're here for you as well. So I'll put my information in the chat box.
Thank you. You guys are hearing baby coming in the door. He does not like it when daddy is on a Zoom call and does not get to say hi to everybody. He really literally loses his mind. So say hi to everybody. Say hi. You can wave. You know how to wave. There's so many people this time. All right. Can you go, bud? Say night-night. Okay. Fun stuff. All right. Do I see any? I don't see, I think, anybody else as sponsors. If I'm missing you, let me know. But I know I do have Cloder is here as one of our subgroup hosts. I think I saw Miguel at some point here. I'm not sure. Cloder, if you're there, you can definitely unmute yourself. That's why it was giving me that error, Miguel. You're under.
All right. So I'm just munching on some beef jerky and peanuts. My dinner. All right, everyone. What's up? My name is Jeremy. I'm the broker of Outfast Realty Investments and Outfast Property Management. I am the co-host of the South Tampa meeting with the Teal Door hosting guys. And I've started investing in 2013, got linked up with Greg a couple years back, and then we decided to go into business together. So we're just here to help you guys. I think last meeting, the other day, we talked about code enforcement liens, or code enforcement violations and permitting. And so I don't exactly recall the topic that's coming up next month, but if you reach out to us, we'll get that information to you. But normally we meet at our office on North Armenia here in Tampa, but we are doing ours virtual. So happy to have you guys out. If there's any way we can help, just connect with us on social media. I'll drop my contact info in the chat box as well, and can follow up with any questions. But yeah, excited to see that there's a good little group here tonight. Thanks for coming.
Yep. Miguel, you're up.
There we go. Hey everyone, Miguel Feliciano, the veteran investor and your veteran agent. I run the North Tampa meeting, and with my co-host Devin Beveridge, we just had a meeting about building business credit and how to do that, how to leverage that credit to scale your business. So definitely stay tuned for the next topic that's coming up. You're not going to want to miss that. So there we go.
Cool. So guys, we have several of our other agents that are on here too. Anton's here. We got Chris, and I think I saw Dawn somewhere on here. Caitlin is here. These are all of our agents at Outfast Realty. We are investor-friendly brokerage, clearly, obviously. So if you guys are looking for deals, if you guys are looking for help with any of your upcoming flips that need listed, whatever you need, we're here to help you guys out. They can put you guys can put your stuff in there. We're gonna do a roundtable here in a minute. But we got a couple agents here that are part of our team that can definitely help you guys as well. So I'm going to start at the top of my screen here, and we're going to go around the room. Just guys, tell us who you are, If this is your first time meeting, let us know it's your first time to a TBREIA meeting. And let us know like what your overall goals in real estate are. Are you a buy and hold investor? Are you fix and flipper? Are you learning? Are you, tell us a little about your experience level if you have any. If not, it's cool to be new. Like we were all new at one point. This is what I would call a safe area because there are a lot of new people all the time coming through TBREIA because this is obviously a business that is getting more and more popular every day that goes by. So I'm going to start with Max. So if you want, I'll unmute you, Max, so you're good to go. That's not letting me. You might have to do it yourself. There you go.
How's that?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Max. I just moved to Newport Richey the end of May. I retired, moved here from Colorado. I have some rental properties in Colorado. One's for sale right now. So I need to learn the markets here, get to know some people, find out everything I need to know in Florida, and find some financing. Now that I'm retired, conventional loan is kind of out of the question. So I'm here to learn. I've had rental properties for about 10 years.
Okay.
So I'm not brand new, but still I consider myself a beginner.
That's good. Are you going to be looking for primary rentals here too?
Yes. I've never done any flipping work. I've been kind of afraid of that because I'm not a carpenter. I don't know contractors or subcontractors. So, maybe later get to know some people and get on that.
Okay. I think your dollar will go a lot longer here, especially in Newport Richey than it would in Colorado.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Good Lord. One of our agents came from Denver, and he literally you could buy 3 properties here for the price of 1 out there. Pretty crazy. So thanks, Max, for coming. Is this your first meeting? I think it is, right?
This is the first time I've been on video. I've had a couple other ones, the past couple of weeks. I didn't have my wife's laptop to work with at the time.
Gotcha.
So that's where I'm at.
Well, thanks for being here, Max.
Thank you.
All right, Kendra.
Hello, everyone. I me and my husband actually want to go into multi-unit. So right now, yeah, we're starting with mobile home investing, mainly fix and flip. Newbie as well, only a few months in. Just not too long ago, we finished our first deal. Now we're looking for the next one, and it's been difficult.
Was your first deal a mobile home as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how did you find it? What were the details? If you don't mind.
We actually got that home from the park.
Okay.
From the park, I think there's a sales representative. There's a large company named Equity Lifestyles. They're Chicago based that owns a lot of mobile home parks in Florida. So they have sales reps in different districts, and the lady happened to be at one of the local parks in Largo. I'm from Pinellas County, and she was open to it, and so they actually repossessed that home. She said they get a lot of repossessions. People pass, people just leave, things like that. So it was repossessed. We got it, fixed it up, and then sold it. And that's the best way to get them. If anyone's interested, try to get it through the park themselves.
You guys turn a profit?
On this one, no.
Okay.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
We learned a lot.
Bingo. That's all that matters.
Learned a lot. Mm-hmm.
That's good. It's inevitable. If you guys haven't lost money on a deal yet, you will. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
It may take some of you a lot longer than others, since most. When I teach the rehabbing class or the rehabbing presentation, I tell everyone it's like the harsh realities of rehabbing houses is that your first house you will most likely lose money on.
And this was the first one.
It's true. It is nothing.
Geez.
It's just the way it goes, and it's nothing. It's no knock on anybody. It's just or I should say one. One, you don't know what you're doing.
Yep.
Shit happens.
Yep.
And 3, more shit happens.
And it happened. I was like, gosh, come on. Like, give me a break.
It happens even to seasoned investors. Trust me. It happens all the time. Like, just really quick today, I get a text from my contractor. He's like, hey man, can we use 6-panel doors in the one flip we're doing in Seminole? They're running low on 2 panels around the Home Depot. I was like, nope. Sorry about your luck. Find it. Not my problem. But like, that's the shit that you have to deal with sometimes. It's not fun because that slows projects down. But anyway, I digress. All right. Thank you, Kendra. Nice meeting you. Alex Moore, you're up.
Can I be heard?
There you are.
All right. So my name is Alex Moore. Me and my partner, Zach Coleman, just started our wholesaling business, Cash Home Helpers. Just started a couple weeks ago. We're getting it off the ground. We're sending out our first mailers this week. I'm on the networking side right now, trying to get some investors' names down so we can start bringing some people some deals once we start getting some calls back. Yep, this is the first meeting that I've been at.
Awesome.
Hope to be at a lot more.
Good deal. What made you want to do wholesaling first?
Well, mainly learn the market. You know, I just moved over here earlier this year. My buddy moved over here from Miami just a couple months ago. So we're going to be learning the market, getting some funds together, hopefully moving into fix and flips and rentals later on. But going to get started with wholesaling.
Good deal. Thanks for coming tonight, man. Good
to
meet you. All right, Rich Seiler is up. What's up, man? Long time no see.
I know. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
Doing well. So I've known Greg since 2012.
Yep, December of 2012.
Summer of 2012. Helped do a gap funding deal that unfortunately didn't work out, but had your back on that one. Doing pools back then. So this guy.
Oh yeah, that was way back when.
Yes, sir. Come a long way. So I am with Cross Country Mortgage and looking to help people that are looking to do, the buy and holds, people looking to do like refinance and stuff like that. We are down the road looking to do fix and flip and stuff like that. But for right now, just kind of focusing on helping to support on the financial side.
Okay. You guys ever get any deals done? Like fix and flips or anything?
Yeah, we did a property in South Tampa that we moved into, and we had it as a primary residence, fix it up, flipped it, and made a very nice profit on it. It wasn't intentional that we were going to fix it up and flip it. We planned on living in it, but we ended up, my mom ended up moving in with us, and so there just wasn't enough space for all of us. She got her place, we got a place, and we ended up putting it on the market and made about 25, 30,000 on it. So
that's awesome. Good deal. And it was your homestead. You didn't pay any taxes. Or did we not get to homestead it?
Well, there was capital gains on that.
Okay.
Yeah, capital gains tax will get you. But yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, good to see you, man. Been a long time. All right. Kavisha, you're up.
Hey everybody, I'm Kavisha. I just recently moved back to Tampa a few months ago, so I'm looking to do my first deal, which is going to be a house hack with a multifamily property. And I didn't see him on the call, but I want to give a huge shout out to Rick because on the last call, he gave me the information to his lender. And today I got my pre-approval amount. So I'm happy about that. I'm meeting with my real estate agent tomorrow to kind of figure out what we can do with this money and how we can make some money.
Going shopping.
Yes, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm worried, concerned, everything you can imagine. I feel all of those feelings right now, but I'm really excited to do this house hack and just eventually become financially free through real estate investing.
Look at that. Was it this month or last month was your first meeting and I had to like kick you in the pants?
You did. You guys really gave me the push. That was like last month and I was like, let me go ahead and submit my financial documents then since they're gonna be on my back about it.
I told you you can't wait on these low interest rates, so I'm glad you actually took the action and that's awesome.
Yes, thank you guys.
Who's the lender?
Seriously. Titan.
Okay.
Yes.
Good deal.
Yes, amazing. They got back to me in no time, so it was
So,
perfect. They're super helpful.
We got wholesalers on the call. We've got people that are realtors. What price point are you looking at for your house hack?
Okay, so I'm very new, so this will be my first deal, but I got pre-approved for $200,000, so I don't really know what that means, but it's fine.
Hey, that's good. Definitely look, find some for sale by owners too. You know, don't just look on the MLS. You got to find them wherever you can. And you know, not all wholesalers find ugly deals too. You know, some deals will qualify for financing. We bought a couple last year that you could get conventional financing on a regular deal. Good question, Jamel. Well, I'll answer that for you if you want, or do you want to answer that, Kavisha? She asked, what does house hack mean?
Okay, so house hacking means that you basically live in one part of the house or in one unit and you rent out the other parts of the house or the other units you have. I'm really just trying not to pay rent. So that's what I'm excited about. And if I make some money on my first deal, that's great too. But just, can you imagine not paying rent? Like, that's everything. So
Yeah, think about, I mean, that's the beauty of house hacking, is that at least as long as they pay enough to pay your rent as well, and the mortgage, you basically live for free and you're getting the benefit of the debt pay down.
exactly. And
Beautiful
so
thing.
I also was looking at doing the 203K that we talked about, and then the BRRRR method, so that I can like continuously do this process over and over and over again. So that's the
Rock and
goal.
roll. Love it. So guys, I'm telling you, I got to give her a lot of props, y'all. Like, there are so many freaking people that come through this organization. I've owned TBREIA for about 4-5 years by my all together, maybe. You'd be surprised how many people, like, literally I give them the game plan. Like, here's what you go do. She told me what to do. I told her what she told me what she wanted to do. I told her what to go do, and she actually took action. Holy shit. I am so impressed. Thank you.
You're gonna make me cry. Stop.
No, but I'm serious. Like, a lot of people come, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I'm going to do this. Bullshit. You all lie to me all the time. And, you know, Rich will attest, like, we went to the same master mentor crap 7 years ago and didn't learn anywhere near as much as the stuff that I teach you guys in a REIA meeting or something like this. So bravo to you, Kavisha. I'm very proud of you for taking that action. That is amazing.
Thank you. We're just getting started.
Yes, I am, Rich. So good luck. Hopefully, keep me posted.
Thank you. You know I will. Thank you, guys.
Good luck. All right, Jamel, you're up.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, hi everybody, I'm Jamel. I moved to Tampa from New York in January. And before I moved from New York, I was getting ready to get into real estate investing. I'm an accountant by trade, so I thought that my background in accounting could complement this business very well. So things happened and I moved from New York down here. So I'm pretty much like Max, you know, trying to learn the market, trying to see what sells. Like, for example, you know, it's a whole different thing in New York. If I came down here, when Kendra said she was invested in trailer homes, I would never even think of that. So I just want to learn the market, get to know everybody, and I'm just ready to go. Today I started my LLC, and I was referred to you by Jason at Flip Savage.
Okay.
So I'm just here to get to know people, build relationships, build a team, and just to learn. So believe me, I'm like Kavisha. If you give me a game plan, I'll go out there and make it happen. So I'm just excited to learn everything.
Are you employed with one of the big 4 accounting firms, or are you like a smaller company?
Smaller company.
Okay. My wife works for a big 4 as an accountant, so I just.
Oh, which one?
PwC.
Oh, okay. When I was in school, it was all about the big 4. Everybody worked for the big 4.
She did Deloitte first, then she went to a private company, and then she's back at now PwC. So.
Oh, that's very cool. Very cool.
Yep. So what's your overall main goal then? Are you gonna do buy and holds, fix and flips, wholesale? What's your main plan?
Well,
do you have one, or do you even have one yet?
I want to start with fix and flips.
Okay.
I figured that will build a cash flow to get into buying holds later on.
Okay.
So it's about buying holds, and rentals and things like that. So.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming tonight. Appreciate you, and nice meeting you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you all.
All right. So by the way, I want to touch on what Kendra did and Jamel said about the mobile homes. If you can find one that's on land, it's even better. One of my best deals ever was a mobile home. We bought it on land for 35. I don't remember. Jeremy probably could remember better. I think I put like $4,500 into it and sold it for 71 in like a total of 120 days all in. That was awesome. If I could do that 100 times a year, I would do that. Easy. Mobile homes are very, very easy. Very low risk. I'm not a fan of the parks personally because I got burned on a park deal once. So that's I could give you a whole seminar on that deal. But anyway, I digress. I'll move on. Thomas McCombs, you're up. Oh, you're eating something. I'll go to Attila first. We'll come back and let you. Are you good?
Hi guys, my name is Attila.
I'll come back to you, Thomas. I'll let you finish eating. Go ahead, Attila.
Okay, sorry. My name is Attila. I joined TBREIA at least 2 years from now, so I'm a member. I go to the live meetings as well. I'm here in Valrico, but we have the subgroup meeting in Brandon, so I go there every time when it's possible, but because of the virus, we cannot do it. And I try to go to the main meetings every time. I'm got a deal. Greg, you're gonna like this story. I don't know if you know about it. So I went to the main meeting. That was about my third or second meeting, and you guys always bring the national speakers to the meeting. And one of the guys was offering a wholesale class. So I took that and I took actions after it. And I found a deal second weekend, and it was like amazing. The guy, I was door knocking basically. So I followed the step what the guy was teaching, and I got a very good deal. I closed on it and I flipped the house. Obviously I didn't know what I'm doing, but the teacher was helping me out with the numbers, and it was good to him, the numbers, and the project went over what we projected, so we spent over, but the ARV we were calculating, that was went above too. So the deal was, the numbers, they were just amazing. I almost made as much money in 4 months as in a year. I have a business what I'm doing something else for a living. So that was amazing to me. I like TBREIA because that's how it happened. So I would like to do another deal that was over a year ago. So I'm still following the steps, but no deal yet. And I'm kind of getting tired, to be honest.
It takes a lot to get a deal these days, that's for sure. It's a lot harder than it was even 6 months ago. So it's who was the speaker then? I can't remember. It's obviously we have a lot of them.
Yeah, Tony Youngs.
Oh yeah, Tony. That's right. Yeah, Tony is awesome. I love Tony.
Yeah, he's funny and he's good, and
very funny.
He's good. So I would like to do another flip, or my goal is to do 2 a year.
Okay.
It will happen sooner or later, and I want to get into hold for rental, but it all depends. If I may hold it, I may flip it. I just have to calculate the numbers and how I make more money. So that's the goal. So if you have some deals or somebody, a wholesaler, I can close fast and pay cash.
There you go. Love it. Thomas, you ready now? Gotta love technology. Oh, dang it! Sorry, that was my fault. It keeps muting you. There you go.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay.
We're good. There you
I
go.
was
Sorry.
having dinner along with you guys because your meeting starts about the same time I eat. But I'm a long time REIA member, mostly from Ohio. I come to a meeting once in a while down here, and it's interesting to hear the new guys talking. You know, like Ron LeGrand used to say, you know how you become an expert in something, right? Just do it wrong once. There's
Yep.
a lot of people that are going to make those kinds of mistakes, and they're going to become expert, and they're going to make a lot of money, and they're going to do well.
That's right. Ron
I'll
Ron
go to
LeGrand, by the way,
meetings.
you guys, is one of my favorite guys out there in this business.
He's done a lot of good things. He's made all the mistakes there are, so he has a good basis for telling you stuff.
He's one of my favorites. I learned a lot from that man a few years ago.
Yep.
I've got all his courses.
He's had more different kinds of businesses, been in more kinds of things than you can imagine.
So Thomas,
So
what are you doing these days?
Well, I'm a realtor with Century 21 Beggins.
Okay.
And I'm always out beating the bushes for deals for myself and for the people that I work with. So I just keep my ear to the ground and try to find out what's going on in the area. In the real estate business, as you just mentioned earlier, we're very busy because COVID hasn't slowed anybody down as far as I can see.
No, sir.
So keep moving.
Yes, sir. Are you looking for any investment properties yourself?
Always looking for something myself, as you know, but not as hard as I am looking for other people, because being a realtor, that's what I do.
Yep. Can you guys tell I'm a podcast host too? How I ask all you guys these questions and don't let you up on it?
What's that?
That's if you guys could tell I run a podcast as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. You got anything else, Thomas?
Nope, that's it for me.
Awesome. Thanks for being here tonight.
Yep, you bet.
Liddy, you're up.
Hello, everybody. So I am new to wholesaling. I am doing virtual wholesaling. I have some properties that I'm working on in Jacksonville, a few in Orlando and Lakeland. It's been tough for me to get some properties in Tampa, so that's why I decided to travel a little bit further away. But I've been in it for, I would say, about 3 or 4 months now. I just put my first property under contract today. Well, as we speak, we're going under contract right now. So pretty excited about that. Yeah. I've seen Greg. I follow you on all socials, but I've seen a couple like of your podcasts and things like that. So excited to join.
Awesome.
Looking for buyers throughout anywhere. If you want to buy and hold, or land deals. I have done 1 or 2 land deals. Second one's coming up soon. So if you like land, let me know. I got some deals probably.
Great. Make sure you put your contact information in the chat then.
I sure will.
Okay. So you're just doing wholesaling right now?
Yes. Hopefully, I want to do some buy and holds later on for that residual income. But right now, I'm just trying to get started. Hopefully, if everything goes well, then by the end of the year, I can have at least 5, 6 that I've already closed on.
Very good. I like Rich's comment in the comments.
I am. I'm working. I'm on my laptop and everything, working.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, thanks for being here tonight, Liddy. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Stephen Jeffrey, welcome. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you. I am Stephen Jeffrey. I have buy and holds in multiple markets in Texas, a little bit in Tennessee, done some fixing and flipping here in the Tampa Bay area. I am currently looking for multifamily is where we're going. I also have the distinction of being a bar owner, which is not a really good thing to be right now. But 2 days ago, we got our food license, which will allow us to reopen. If anybody is in the 500 block of Central Avenue in downtown St. Petersburg, 548 is the physical address, and that also is the name of the bar. 548 bar at 548 is the name. So stop by and we'll show you a good time there. So, but multifamily, and kind of would like to see if all my financing and everything would hold together for like a 20-unit deal is kind of what I'm ideally looking for.
Okay, perfect. Good stuff. Good to see you again, Steven. Steven's one of our regulars, by the way. Jordan, welcome, newest member.
Hello, thank you. Thanks for having me. Very excited to be here tonight. I think this is my third meeting, I believe. I was able to make it to the North Tampa meeting as well. So that was great. I'm a newbie, completely new to working in residential real estate and investment properties, but I'm very excited about it. I currently work in commercial real estate, and I'm a financial analyst on an investment sales team downtown. So I'm really excited to bring in my underwriting knowledge and apply that to my own deals, and hopefully that'll be much sooner than I think. So I'm very excited to hear about how low the loans are right now. And I've been looking into flipping lately, but I really love the idea of house hacking. So Kavisha, I might have to link up with you sometime and listen to you and your knowledge and how you really took the plunge to do it. And I absolutely love your enthusiasm, because it's really encouraging. It's when you're totally new to it, and you know, of course, you're risking your own money. You know, it's a little scary at first, but I'm definitely excited to really just hit the ground running and try and act like a sponge and learn as much as I can right now. I'm also very interested in sustainability. I'm currently working on getting my LEED license right now, so I'll be a green associate with that. And so I would love to incorporate sustainability in my future projects. So thank you so much for having me.
I like that. All right, Katie, you're up.
I had to change over to the actual computer with an actual camera and everything. I was actually just watching on the living room, and I didn't realize I was going to have to do an introduction. But and then my husband had to take over because he wanted to do this VR stuff. So I'm an agent actually with OutFast. My husband and I have plans to do investing when we basically are making a little more money and everything. He's the one with the stable income, and I'm an agent, like I said. So that's pretty much why I'm here and what I'm doing and everything. I'm out in the Riverview area if anybody's looking for, you know, help in that area. But yeah, that's pretty much it about me.
Yep. Caitlin has been awesome. She's been a sponge, and she's learning so much over at OutFast. So she's like anxious to get you guys working if you're out in Riverview to get some deals going out there with her. So
yep.
Thanks for coming tonight, Katie.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Mark Rizzo. Even if you don't have your camera on, you can still chat if you'd like. If not, just there you go.
Well, thank you guys very much for letting me speak and look at.
Oh, there he is. I did not connect that, but yeah. How long have you been working with J-Dog, Mark?
Feels like a decade, but about a year and a half.
Yeah. Have you guys seen business pick up or slow down or anything with Corona?
Oh, at first it slowed down because everybody kind of put all their projects on hold, but it has been booming ever since. Like I said, we just started going into doing total demolition now just because we're so busy, and we get a lot of requests for it that we have to turn away. We just can't deny that anymore. So we went ahead and made the plunge into that as well. We definitely are really picking up business-wise. Overall, we've been hiring a lot of veterans as well. So times are good. Otherwise, business-wise.
Good. So I'm gonna be a little morbid with y'all. Coronavirus is killing people, especially the elderly people. What do you think is going to be a big problem in the future? Probates, old houses, older people. J-Dog will probably be busy for the next 3 years plus, and we'll be looking to hire a lot more people. Wasn't trying to go down some nasty, ugly rabbit hole there, but if you guys know veterans that are looking for work, pass them on to J-Dog, because I know they're gonna not just be hiring short term. This is not a short term problem. This is a long term problem that is going to not go away overnight. Like I know we all wish it would, but let's be honest. Like J-Dog is a fantastic company to work for. I love working with them. So I'm just giving them another plug here that they're going to need more and more help as this goes on. So
absolutely.
let's be honest. Let's be realistic. Okay. All right, I'm trying to think of where this left off. I know Cloder went. Chris Super, you want to go?
Yes, sir. I'll jump
There he
on.
is.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? Christopher Supert here. I am an Outfast Realty agent and also the owner of 360 Painting of Brandon. I got started about 2013. I somehow meandered into the life of Greg, and we crossed paths. And the real estate agent I was dealing with, I was doing some deals with. He brought to my attention that I had paid him about $40,000 in 1 year in real estate commission. So I made the move to get my real estate license, and that's where all this really started for me. And I would say, Greg, you talk about having experiences where, you get kicked in the butt. Actually, during Hurricane Irma, I bought a condemned home in Tampa Heights next to Lee's Grocer. And I was fortunate enough to have one of the walls fall down in the midst of rehabbing it. So I had a three-wall house as a hurricane was coming. So that was its own emotional roller coaster. But
oh man,
it's possible. The house didn't fall down. Thankfully, I've got an architect in my family. So dealing with, the code enforcement to get an addition add on, in the ARC, the Architectural Review Commission, proved to be a little tricky, but you've got to just be tactile on your feet in order to make some of these deals happen. So, but yeah, it's been great working with Greg in the long term at Outfast. So if you guys need anything, I'm in the Brandon, Valrico area, much like Caitlin. We're here to help you if you got any questions. Use this as a resource.
Good stuff, man. To see you twice in one day. It's amazing. Antoine, speaking of seeing twice in one day, Antoine, you're up.
All right, it's hard to follow Chris. That was so profound. But I'll echo what Chris says. We're here to help. I'm an agent with Outfast Realty. Fairly new agent in Outfast, but I love what Outfast is doing, especially for investors. Great place to learn, and we do it all: property management, investing, you name it, we do it. Give us a call. I put my number in the chat as well as my email. If you need me, I'm here for you.
Oops, my bad. I always mute myself and then forget to turn it back off. Turn it back on. Look at it for A. Wilfalk. Are you there? Willing to talk to us about you?
Hi, Greg.
There
This
it
is
is.
Mark and Angela.
Oh, hey.
It's good to see everybody. Sorry, we're just eating. Yeah, been a member of TBREIA for about 8 months now. I think 8 months. Been several meetings, of course, the live meetings, and then of course now we've been doing a couple of the Zoom meetings, and I think they're very helpful and very convenient. We've been doing investment properties, buy flip for about 2 years now.
Awesome.
My husband said about 3 or 4. We successfully sold 6 property. We bought, flipped 6 properties, and we have one as we're using as an Airbnb. Right now it's just not long-term rental, but short-term rental. Still 30 days to 3 months that we do rental. Have not taken a loss yet, praise God. Sold our last house March 31st, and we're currently just now looking for another property to buy and maybe invest in. Also getting ready to get the ball rolling on rezoning some property we have over in Plant City, hoping to put a set of duplexes over there. And we're in discussions with other people trying to do some joint ventures. But we're being selective now, kind of waiting to see where the market goes. But we are actively looking. We just want to make sure we get the right deal. So
good strategy or good plan.
Yeah. So that's
Very
pretty
good.
much for us.
Cool. Guys, make sure you are entering your information in the Zoom chat so everyone can grab it. Because when this goes away, the chat goes away, obviously. So, all right. Dawn, are you there?
Yes, I'm
There
here.
she is.
Hold on, I'm starting my video, maybe. I didn't know that I was coming on. So I look like a mess, I'm sorry. Hi everyone. My name's Dawn Lidke. I am an agent at Outfast Realty. Yeah, I work with investors mainly, selling flip properties, helping them buy investment properties. We're actually going to look at like 6 possible properties tomorrow, everywhere from Newport Richey, St. Pete, Sarasota, South Tampa. It's going to be a long day. But yeah, I work everywhere all the time. I actually just got off the call while we were on this call with a new investor who wants to start buying. So yeah, it's my game, the name of the game. I actually started out wholesaling, so I know a lot of the aspects that go into investing. And I'm working on getting my own first flip, doing it all by myself, no one
Very
else.
good.
Pretty nerve-wracking. My uncle, he is up in Citrus County, but he like semi-retired when he moved to Florida, and he's gonna overrun everything. He was like a general contractor before for years, so
Cool.
yeah.
Very
I'll need
cool.
some help and guidance along the way, I'm sure. But yeah,
Well, you
I've
know where to
never.
find it.
Huh?
You know where to find it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is my first meeting I've ever been to, and I'm like,
Ever?
there's a lot of people on here who are like probably not afraid of the virus. And if they are, we can all wear masks. But I'm like wanting people interaction. We can all social distance. So I'm on board with getting this group in person. Is that
We're trying.
something we're like working towards, or?
We're trying. We're trying. I actually have an announcement on that a little later. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
See,
doing the best we can at this point.
I'm a fortune teller. I knew you were going to talk about it.
Yep. All right, let's move on. Let's see who else we got. Thanks, Dawn. Tim or Carol, Tim Carol.
Hey, Greg, it's Carol and David Tim.
How you
We are
doing?
members of TBREIA, and we're doing good. We have single family rentals. We are looking into getting more multifamily rentals. So we just bought our first duplex back in March. So right now we're looking, for additional rentals, and then, want to grow our portfolio a little bit on that, getting some rental income coming in. And, you guys are great, and we thank you for all the feedback we get whenever we call. You always help us out, so we really appreciate that.
You're welcome. Anything else you want to add before we jump off?
Nope, that's pretty much
Awesome.
it. That's where we're headed.
Good to hear from you guys.
Thank you so much.
All right, Nick.
I think there's one Nick on here, right? That's me.
I think that's you. Yep.
All right. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing?
Good.
I literally just joined right now.
I saw. Thank you.
Because I've been getting some of your emails. I think I came through one thing when I was in Tampa, see Ben Mala over there. So, and then just kind of been lightly following you guys. But, I live in New York. I got some family in St. Pete. I own a duplex down there. Used to live in Orlando. So, I'm back and forth between New York and Florida frequently. And I'm just looking to, acquire more property in St. Pete market. So I'm looking at multifamily. I'm buying holds. Right now, I'm willing to take a look at anything from say 2 to 20 units. I have a, small group of investors. It's part of my team that, we are looking for some, smaller size, but large, not multifamily, 5 units and up commercial. But like I said, this deal is hard to find. I'm kind of open to looking and really just trying to network. I'm trying to, build the team out down there. And, just wherever I can. I mean, my day job is I work for a bank. I do IT work, so backgrounds in technology. I have some experience in fix and flip. I've done some flips in New York, so I do have construction knowledge. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at.
Good stuff, man. Well, glad you could join.
Great.
All the way from New York.
Yeah. Zoom's
Good deal.
amazing, right?
All right, cool, man. Thanks again for coming.
Yeah, nice to meet everybody.
All right, trying to see who else is left here. We got a couple of people that just came. I got Anthony Palacino, if I said that right. You want to join on? If not, we can move on to next person. Jason, are you there?
I am. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. I just joined in the last week. Actually, this is my first time hopping on a meeting.
Cool.
I'm relatively new to real estate investing. Been reading a lot. Haven't really been doing much. I did have a rental a few years ago, but I sold that. But just looking to network and meet people in the area. Right now, I'm just got a little bit. I switched jobs, so I have a little bit of money in a self-directed IRA. So I'm working with an investor to do a flip with that, but also looking for some buy and hold in the St. Pete area. So, but mainly just networking, learning, that kind of thing.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining, Jason. Appreciate you being here tonight too. Nice to meet you, I guess. Hopefully get to meet you in person sooner rather than later.
Definitely.
All right. I know I have, I think, 2 more people that came a little late. We have Scott, who came in. You there, Scott? What about you, Justin? Going once, going twice. Sold. Okay, so they want to jump back on later. They can jump back on and they can introduce themselves, but we are going to jump into tonight's topic. Let's see here. So let me pull this up so we can get this going. You guys can see my screen, hopefully. Oh, hang on. Nope. You guys have been kind of staring at this screen for the last, essentially the last hour or so, but we are the largest group inside of, or on this side of Florida. We have, like I said, we have right around 400 members. You can join for $20 a month, or you can pay the one-time monthly or one-time yearly fee of $197. And we are big believers of it. And your network is your net worth. That's the whole reason we're still doing these meetings. You know, it's a lot harder to network via Zoom. So I appreciate you guys toughing it out and being here and still, you know, wanting to learn and get to meet people is the best we can. And so, you know, for those of you that know me, that have been around TBREIA for a long time or been a part of OutFast, you all know that I believe what I call an extroverted introvert. So in general, I like having my alone time and all that stuff. But when it gets into a crowd of people like y'all at a meeting, the fire gets lit inside me, and I love being in person and leading you guys from the front of the room and helping you guys in any way, shape, and form that I can. So this has been definitely a difficult thing for me. My team will attest to this at OutFast because we've been doing Zoom meetings from the very beginning of this. And we used to do those meetings in person as well, our Monday morning accountability meetings and trainings. So excited to get back to that, which I will announce that in a little bit. Because we're going to talk a little bit about stuff. Again, these are all the benefits of being a member. If you guys are not a member already, we do have, pre-COVID, we had 7 meetings every single month, and now we're down to just a few, just because it's really hard to coordinate that because now everyone is home at night, and a lot of our other subgroup hosts have kids. And, you know, a good example is Herb Dorsey from the St. Pete. They had to temporarily resign from the meetings because Herb has to take care of his 4 kids at home. and it's almost impossible for him to be on a meeting and coordinate that. So we've kind of just like only done a few meetings a month, but we will be back as soon as we get the go ahead from whatever governing body is really controlling this. I don't even freaking know at this point who's doing what. But when we have our main meetings, we have top-notch speakers that come in. They're either myself talking about a topic that's local. We have other national speakers that come in. We do have discounts and perks from some of our sponsors and vendors. You guys got to meet a lot of investors here tonight. A lot of you said that you are actively looking for deals, and you get to meet deal makers like myself and some of our team members and just other members of the group here that are looking to make deals happen. Here are the rest of our sponsors that were not on the call tonight. You guys can go to our TBREIA.com page. You can see the rest of them. We use basically every single one of these sponsors in some way, shape, or form. I literally have done business with every single one of them on here. These are hand selected. These are people that are not just paying us to be sponsors out of the good of their heart. Like I have asked these people to be sponsors and stand by every single one of them. And so really proud of the group of sponsors that we have here, including the Capital Group, which was one of our hard money lending companies I didn't even talk about tonight. But I will briefly talk about our hard money lending company. It's called Deployed Capital Group. We are primarily lending right now on transactional funding only because the market is still a little bit too volatile with knowing what's going to happen 12 months from now, because pretty much all hard money loans are 12-month terms, only 6 to 12-month terms. And with the market being too volatile, hard money itself on fix and flips, you got to be able to put at least 25% down if you're going to do that. And we're not doing any renovation loans at this time, but primarily we are doing transactional funding. So if any of y'all that are wholesalers that have big wholesale deals that don't want your assignment fee to show up on the HUD because of you're scared the buyer or seller might freak out if they see a $20,000 assignment fee, we can help you with your transactional funding on that, and just reach out to support@deployedcapital.com and we can help you out with that. We work really close with HIS Capital Group. They are a little bit more aggressive right now on their fix and flip terms than we are, because they have a lot more money raised than we do. Just being honest, they've been in business a lot longer. Deployed Capital started in March. You can imagine how difficult that's been since we started right as the coronavirus hit. We use Old Tampa Bay Title for a lot of our closings, Haven Title for a lot of our closings, and Viking Title for a lot of our closings. We already talked about J-Dog and a couple other ones here. If you guys have, I'm going to talk about New View Trust. We are doing a webinar with them. You will see an email come out either tomorrow or Monday. We're doing a webinar with New View Trust next Thursday at noon. It is on how to become a private lender and to protect your money as a private lender. So I'm going to go over basically what the benefits are of being a private lender, basically why you want to be the bank. I'm going to talk about all the documents that you need to be a private lender, which is a lot of them, what due diligence you must do on not only the deal itself, but on your borrower, and so on and so forth, and talk about alternatives to being the private lender on individual deals as well. I'm going to talk about that again next Thursday at 12. Emails will be going out. It will be a webinar like this as well. So anything about those, let us know, but these are our trusted sponsors. So again, we are going to talk a bit tonight about how to get the most out of your membership, because a lot of people are wondering, well, we're not meeting in person. How can we get the networking aspect? Well, we're trying our best, obviously, to handle that by having them in person, getting you guys to still talk about who you are and what you do and what you're looking for to help everyone else in the room, if you will. So we're going to jump into that a little bit. So guys, you guys need to understand something. A lot of people talk about it tonight already, but business is still happening, and lots and lots and lots of it, and lots more of it that you don't even realize. Whatever media source you watch doesn't matter to me in this respect. However, they're all pretty much doom and gloom. They'll talk about the closures of this, the scare tactics of this, and I understand this is definitely something to be taken serious. However, there are still deals being made. We are still buying deals. There are plenty of people out there buying. There are, like Rob, still lending on those deals. We've still, our real estate agents that have listings or have literally the houses are flying off the shelves. at or above asking price. They are getting multiple offers on them. Lewis is not on here tonight, but I know that he had like 7 closings last month, and every single one of them that was a listing went above asking because the market is so on fire right now. Rob, you've probably got a billion other agents that you're working with, and they're probably telling him the same thing, that their listings are just flying off the shelf. So if you are in the middle of a renovation project right now, make sure you're wrapping that up in the next few months so that you can cash out on that and be safe on that, because really we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But as of the present moment, things are still popping out there. Houses are still being flipped, and interest rates, like we talked about earlier tonight, are at historic lows. Our meetings are still happening, and networking hasn't stopped. It's actually gotten better, and here's why. You know, I can't shake your hands. I can't give you a fist bump. I can't give you guys a hug. Some of us, yes, are on hugging a basis at TBREIA with me. And a lot of you that have been, we have not been able to, will get very, very big hugs from me when this is all said and done. I'm allowed to give you guys a hug again. But I want you guys to really understand that this is a real thing. Business is still popping, okay? Here's how you can benefit, guys. You need to learn the basics of real estate investing. We have this in your membership portal, and I'm going to take you guys on a tour of that in a little bit here. If you're starting or looking to scale up your wholesaling, now is the time. And the next, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion, in the next 12 to 18 months, and I talked to you guys about this on the Brandon meeting, I talked about this at last month's main meeting, watching the data, next 12 to 18 months is going to be the wild, wild west. And what I mean by that is that it is going to be nuts. There's going to be an influx of foreclosures. There's going to be an influx of short sales. There's going to be an influx of probate deals, like I mentioned earlier. It is going to become a buyer's market. We've been in a seller's market for, gosh, 3 or 4 years now, it feels like. We will hit that. And I said it last time, I'll say it again. I feel terrible for whoever the president is next term, whether it's Trump, he wins again, or Biden takes over. It doesn't matter in that respect. The person that is going to inherit that is going to be dealing with a shit show. And that's all good for us. It sucks for people that it's going to affect negatively, but for us as real estate investors, it is going to be good. So flip your first house now, make the mistakes now. So if you do make mistakes, that's okay. You're not going to get burnt too bad, because you don't want to be making mistakes when the real deals start flying in the next 12 to 18 months. And it could be sooner. I don't know. I wish I had a crystal ball. That's just what my opinion is. I think we're going to be rocking and rolling on the investment side on quick turn fix and flips, and also on buy and hold. You'll be able to buy a lot of good rental properties in the next 12 to 18 months, as long as Rob doesn't shut down lending, which is always a caveat of some of this too. We just don't know either.
The government's not going to let that happen.
I don't think so either. I don't think they can. Whether Trump wins or Biden wins, they will not shut down the lending like they did in 2008 and 2009. They just can't. They know better at this point. Anyway, so again, flip your first house, get it done, learn from it, learn from your mistakes now. Getting a real estate license. A lot of realtors will go out of business in the next 12 to 18 months because they don't understand the investment side of the business. That's the whole reason we have Outfast Realty and Investments designed the way it is because in 2008 and 2009, 80% of realtors literally went out of business because they didn't know how to work with the hedge funds, or they all just, they buried their heads in the sand and didn't realize that was the perfect opportunity to actually make a lot more money. And if you don't believe me, you can reach out to a good friend of mine, Christina Griffin, and ask her how she made money in 2008, 9, 10, and 11, and even in 12. She worked for the banks, and she worked with the hedge funds, and she worked with the biggest investors in Tampa Bay. And she's one of the top 4 teams in all of Florida for Keller Williams now. She's got 150 agents on her team, or some ridiculous number now. But she took what she learned from being back in the recession, Great Recession of 2008 and 9, and literally made millions of dollars. So don't think that it's too late to get your real estate license, as long as you plan on understanding how to work with investors. And if you're coming to TBREIA, or if you join out fast, you obviously have the opportunity to do so and learn from us. You guys should be raising private money right now. There is money in the room. I don't know how many people have jumped off, but I heard keywords tonight. I don't know if you guys listened to them. There were keywords of people who have money sitting in the bank on this call tonight. there are people on our subgroup calls as well that have money looking to put it to work. You can invest in private equity funds if you have that money. If you are having trouble finding deals, or you don't really want to be a project manager and manage renovations or manage rentals. Well, you shouldn't be managing your rentals anyway, because that means you're not a passive investor. That's a whole nother topic for another day. Always hire property management for your rental properties. And you guys should be buying rental properties. Again, it's the same thing on buying your first fix and flip. Learn from your mistakes, and as long as the numbers make sense, buy your first rental property or buy a rental property. And you can use our affiliate links to save money. And I'll show you that in a little bit too when I go give you the tour of the back end of your TBREIA membership site. If you have any questions on this so far, raise your hand. If you have any questions, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Go ahead, Jordan.
Hey, Greg. So when you talked about investing in private equity funds, can you elaborate more on that?
Yes. So investing in private equity funds, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. And there's different types of equity funds too, right? There's REITs, which I'm not a fan of because it's all based on the stock market. And those REITs have to spend the money that they raise. So a lot of REITs buy bad deals. So the returns are promised this, and then ask Grant Cardone how his essential REIT is doing. Publicly, I'm sure he will tell you it's doing just great, but from people that we know, it's not doing so great because of coronavirus, right? Because they've had to buy it. He raised a bunch of money, had to put the money to work. You cannot sit on that money. So long story short, REITs is one. Syndications are another. For big apartment complexes, you can invest in REIT or syndications. What's I don't really like personally about syndications though is that you're limited to whatever deal that is. Pretty much a syndication is per one complex typically. So you're kind of locked in. You're hoping that that operator, that syndication did a good job on the evaluation, doing the value add. So that's one way you can do it. Or you can buy or invest into different types of smaller funds, such as a 506B, 506C, a Reg A fund as well, which we can talk about Reg A in a little bit, because HIS Capital, or his capital funding, is releasing their A, which we will be doing a webinar with them here very shortly as well about their new fund, which I don't really have the time to go into that, but that is a huge opportunity for a lot of you who are getting started. We'll get into that later. Someone just joined, I think. Let me find that. Sorry, guys. Whoops. I hate technology, y'all. There we go. Okay. And again, I said you can use our affiliate links. Do anybody else have any questions on this slide so far? Happy to answer. I
do. I have a question.
Okay, go ahead, Katie.
Okay. Would you sorry, I have a cat asking questions too. Would you suggest focusing on one of these, or trying to do them all, or what?
One.
Okay. That's kind of what I figured. I just wanted to be sure.
One. You can't do it all unless you have a team. And I've learned that in the hard way. And I did that kind of like the other night when I've been doing my 7. Oh, I need to do that. Damn. Got to do my last video on that, or a couple of videos on that. If you guys aren't following me on Facebook or Instagram, I've been doing my top 7 mistakes I've made as a real estate entrepreneur the last week. And one of those is the shiny object syndrome. We all, as entrepreneurs, always think there's the latest and greatest technology or software or strategy or tactic that we can implement into our business that's going to just catapult us to the next level, and it's all bullshit. So if you want to, go follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and you can watch that. I explain that in detail. It's really, I got a lot of good feedback on that one for sure. But yeah, focus on one thing, keep the main thing the main thing. Gary Keller's The One Thing book, Go ahead.
So would that one thing that you want to focus on be dependent on your goals as well?
Mm-hmm, of course.
Okay.
Yep.
Just
absolutely.
trying to kind of think through all that, because yeah.
We can do a mentor call or a coaching call later.
What?
Sorry,
sorry.
we can do another call later. Since you're one of our team members, we can do that later for sure.
Yes, please.
All right, so I'm gonna take my screen off, or take this off. I'm gonna do a quick demo for you guys of the backend. So when you guys are members, you basically get access to this backend membership portal. If you guys haven't seen this yet, make sure you reach out to us at info@tbreia.com so you can get into here. This is an ever-flowing, this is a this is a newer thing that I've been working on and doing. I have several videos here. This is like how to navigate your back end here. Every one of you as a member has this. I have an introduction video to wholesaling. I have you can also purchase my Wholesaling 101 online boot camp. Yeah, Jordan, the Greg Seg series are still coming, but I decided to do that top 7 thing instead for now to get everyone's feet wet on that, appetite wet on that. Again, here's an introduction to rehabbing video. Here's an introduction to buy and holds. Here's some of our sponsor stuff as well. I'm still, like I said, I'm still updating a lot of this stuff. This is all brand new. And I have a new assistant, yay, that is helping me get a lot of my other stuff done so I can focus more on this. But this has like their contact information as well. And I can now, these are also like ones that we did podcast episodes with them. So like we had a really awesome podcast with J-Dog, with Kevin, the president of the local one. And we did one with like a couple other ones as well. We have to upload a few more of these. Like I said, we've got more coming. Here are some of your discounts. So we have a partnership with Click Invest as one of our sponsors, but also here you can watch how Click Invest works. This is how I use it every single week to make offers on properties on the MLS. And if you use this link here, you actually will save $200 as a member of the group on your yearly fee. If you guys need websites, we work with Investor Carrot. Now it's just Carrot. So you guys can learn more about Carrot. If you are looking for a website, do not go spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a website. Please don't do that. Buy a Carrot site and build it out yourself that way. We work with different list providers. This week, I added PropStream in here, which is what I just did a demo of. I got to add, yeah, here's a couple of videos I've done, or they've done for me. And also I will be uploading my PropStream videos in here so you guys can see that as well. This is what the data source we use to pull lists, and really, really good lists as well. And then Foreclosures Daily, I got to put up their information as well here. Again, this is literally brand new, guys. Like this is getting started. So there are some discounts and our affiliate links that you guys have access to, and there are more that will be added, I promise. So this is where you guys can benefit too. Like trying to build you guys one centralized ecosystem of learning for you guys. You guys can make comments below. If you have any questions on this, I get notified of the comments. I can come in and answer them, or I can create another video for you guys. Like this is way above and beyond your $20 a month or your $197 a year, because there ain't a REIA in the country that is doing this stuff that I'm aware of anyway. So we have some past meeting videos as well. I'm going through my old hard drive of dozens of videos and going to be picking out the best ones. I have some of our old presentations that I've done at some of the main meetings as well uploaded here. I've got 2 of them. I believe I've uploaded both of those for now, both the PowerPoint and also an explainer video for this one. And I think also this one as well. So there will be more and more coming. It's pretty basic right now. So again, I've got this. I just have to upload a bunch of shit. So just be on the lookout for more of this stuff, guys, as you go. And again, please be the squeaky wheel back here, because I want to know what you don't know so I can help you as best I can, guys. All right, so back to this. Go back. You have any questions on that, y'all? We good? Good. Awesome. You guys can join us. Let's network. So I wanted to jump into a little bit other things here too. Whoops. I had something else I was going to show you guys too, I think. Or is that it? That might have been it. Oh, duh. Okay, so we obviously can't do our subgroup meetings in person. That's just not going to happen. And a lot of that is simply because of spacing. We don't have enough space, right, to do these meetings. That we can't do them at the hotels, especially with the surge that's happening right now. So who knows what's going to happen with that? But we be on the lookout for this. Hopefully I can get it done for you guys next Saturday as members. This is a members only privilege. So if y'all that just joined will actually get this. We will be doing one of our infamous property walkthroughs finally again. So with that being said, it will be very limited attendance. We'll probably have no more than 15 people allowed to show up. It will be outside of the house. You will be required to wear a mask. You'll be required to social distance from each other. The front yard of the house is big enough that you all can still stand there, social distance, 6 feet away from each other. We can ask questions. And then what I will do is I will give probably the 15 of you guys and gals a personal walkthrough of that property. You guys can ask me questions. It'll be very quick walkthroughs. You guys can kind of see a project that we're doing currently. It's in Seminole, Florida right now. And that's the best I can do for you guys at this point. I would love to do more, but that's the only thing I can do that's outside, because I'm not about to host a meeting for 2 hours in this damn heat and rain. Sorry, just not doing it. If we lived in a different state where it's a little cooler out right now, I would consider doing a main meeting outside in a park somewhere or something. But, you know, we got to be safe. We got to be smart. You know, some of our members are more susceptible to getting this and being affected by this, you know, than others. So this is the best I can come up with for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. Jennifer should hopefully have that updated and out for you guys. Again, I'm trying to provide you as much webinar stuff as we can, as much value on these Zoom calls as well. But you know, that's what I got for you guys. So when you see that email that goes out, it will also be a text message blast as well to members only. So be sure to register for that right away, because we will be limiting capacity on that. And before coronavirus hit, we were getting anywhere between 15 and 30 people at those. So it will fill up quickly, especially if you guys live in Pinellas County. You're going to want to jump on that, because it's in Seminole, and it's a cool project. It was unfortunately a project that I bought literally in the middle of this, like right in the beginning of the pandemic. Luckily everything has been good on the retail side, but what's been terrible has been the renovation side. Not that the contractor's doing a bad job. It's just finding stuff, getting materials, getting his crew to be able to work and not have to worry about this whole virus affecting their workers, because workers have been getting sick as well, and then you don't want to spread it. So like he's just behind. He's ahead of schedule, but he's behind what he normally would be at. So I would not have done this project post COVID, because it was also a $80,000 renovation. I am not doing that right now, just so you guys know, unless it is like a really expensive house, like high end. This is a house at ARV is going to be between 230 and 250 when it's all said and done. Doing an $80,000 renovation is terrifying right now, because with everything that's going on, you just don't know if the market is going to shift, and if it does, how bad, right? You know, none of us saw this next wave coming with all that's going on right now, but here it is. Like you just don't know what we don't know yet. But hopefully that guys gets you a little excited about that for you, because and hopefully we can do if that goes well and everybody behaves themselves and abides by the rules, we can do more of them. And hopefully other TBREIA members would be willing to share any of their current projects as well, as long as they're cool with doing it the TBREIA way of masks and social distancing. But if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them as we go forward here. But I hope you guys understand that like this is going to be a huge opportunity for us right now. And so let's talk a little bit about post pandemic. Like I've already talked about, I mean, there's going to be an influx of deals. So raise capital now. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, guys. It's so much. There's so much out there. So I'll open up for questions at this point, because I know everyone's got questions about what's going on and what they see, or what they want to know, or what I see. Don't all speak at once. No questions, really?
Greg, I'll shoot you a few questions here.
Okay.
So in terms of initiating conversations about raising private capital, and if you could kind of go back to your early days and when you first started raising capital, from like family or friends or just others in your business network, could you give us a few tips of how to initiate those kind of conversations and how to ensure, to really prove to somebody that they can trust you and to really show them that, you're gonna like stand up and do them right?
Yeah, so I think you were on the call last time when I said that, like, find yourself someone local that's doing this. Like, let me give you an example. So I'll give you my story. Everyone can hear my story, how I kind of got started, so that way you guys can kind of pick up on this. So when I first got started, I don't know if Rich Seiler is still here or not. He's here. So we took this master mentor course thing from a guru, and I met an individual named Luke Weber out of Las Vegas, and he had asked in our Facebook group at the time if anyone was a Wolfpack member that lived in St. Petersburg, because he had active flips going on in St. Petersburg and he lived in Las Vegas. And so I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it. So we met for coffee, got to know each other a little bit, just said, I want to do whatever you need me to do, Luke. And essentially I was his project manager for about 4 or 5 flips here in the Pinellas County area. And when I started networking, and I was the pool boy at the time, and was wanting to transition into this. And so I basically, in my big networking group, I switched from having the pool guy seat to being the real estate investor. Pissed off the realtor in the group, but didn't really care. Became the real estate investor of the group and started networking with high level networking individuals as part of the BNI Certified Networker program. Another talk, another day. And met with a really big contractor in the area, and just for a one-to-one meeting at Leroy Selman's, which is no longer there anymore. And we just got to talking shop, and wanted to see if it was going to be a good fit for us to work together as a contractor. And unfortunately, it was not. He's a very, very high-end contractor, not a fix and flipper. But he's like, hey, one of my employees, Rob, has about 100 grand sitting in his bank account, not doing anything for him. Would you like the introduction? I was like, hell yeah, I love to talk to Rob. And so I was able to take Rob and show him the 4 or 5 flips essentially that we were doing at the time. And luckily for me, I actually had a short sale under contract that I was able to then take him to and say, we're going to make this piece of shit look just like the last 4 projects that we went and looked at. And so I was able to just show him proof in the pudding that we could do the same thing, because I was learning from Luke. And, you know, Luke still answers my calls when I call him. And it's been 6-7 years now since that happened. And so that's kind of how I got started. So you just have to, not pretend, don't fake it till you make it. Please don't do that. I tried that shit and I hated every minute of it. And I still haven't made it, y'all. There is no freaking way. No, I got a long way to go. And so I'm still learning just as much as you guys are. This whole pandemic has made me learn a lot. Okay. And you guys should be too. Really diving into this data that's out there, because the data doesn't lie. Anyway, tell them the truth. Tell them you're just getting started, but you have a great network of people that are currently doing this. You're working with members of this organization to make sure that you have the right subcontractors, contractors, and whatnot to help you along the way, and that you have the ability to make sure their money is safe. Every investor that I've ever talked to, or every private lender I've ever talked to, wants to know how their money is going to be safe. So having the proper documentation, having the proper joint venture agreements, having that kind of stuff is paramount to making sure that they feel comfortable investing in your deal. So I paid an attorney to write up a mortgage, a joint venture agreement, and other documents as well, to make sure that they felt comfortable with that. It says that we're, like, just so you guys quickly know, the mortgage is basically just says how much money they're lending me. Can tie up the property by filing a mortgage on the property. If we're not using hard money, it goes in first position if they want to. If they don't want to file it, that's up to them. You guys will learn about that. If you guys jump on that call with New View on Thursday, we'll go into a little bit more detail of that process. But you got to talk about how their money is safe, how they're going to make money. You got to talk about how they could lose money. You got to be upfront with them that they could lose money. You have to. Like, we have to do that with Deployed Capital. When we're raising capital, we have to tell them, you might lose all of your money. And it's the truth. But the best part is it's backed by a piece of property that you can go grab and touch and feel. So even if the plans of a fix and flip fall apart, you still have that property, and hopefully you can still turn into a rental and maybe still turn a profit that way. And maybe you have to wait a little longer. So that's the beauty. You're not investing in a REIT where you actually don't even know where your money is being kept, right? Anyway, hope that answers your question, but being transparent with people that have money, because they can read through the bullshit better than most people can. It's why they have lots of money. So that was a good question though. I saw somebody else was going to ask a question too, I think. I don't remember. Rob, was you? I think you were going to say something.
I got a question.
Yep.
Greg, are you seeing less people doing fix and flips now? And it's is it because of the pricing? And also like the contractors too are probably hard. So are you seeing that?
I think people are just being a lot more selective more than anything. Yeah, that's me. I'm being more selective. I am not going to do an extensive renovation at this point. The condo that we're doing starts rehab on Monday, and it's a $20,000 renovation. It would have been 15 or 16, 17 if it hadn't been on the second floor of the condo building. So like it's going to take them more time and effort to get stuff up to the second floor. So he is charging me a little more than I expected, but I didn't actually take that into consideration. So I'm cool with it. He'll be done in 3 weeks or so, maybe less, because it's just a cosmetic. I want to be in and out as fast as possible. But no, yeah, I think it's just that people are just being a lot more selective. I think that people are definitely, I think people were kind of like, oh, I'll just do a deal wherever you can find me a deal. That was kind of the mentality every time I would talk to a new investor. Oh, just send me the deal. Send me the deals. I don't care. I don't care. Now I think people are like, well, maybe I don't want to be buying a wood frame bungalow right now. Maybe I don't want to be buying in a rougher neighborhood. Maybe they don't want to be buying, an hour away. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'll go an hour away to renovate a property. I'm like, you are out of your effing mind to do that, because that's literally 3 hours plus out of your day. Who has 3 hours to give right now? Not me. But I think people are just being more selective on their criteria, but people are still doing it. Like I'm seeing wholesalers sell some of these properties at ridiculous prices too, because there's just no inventory either. So, but I think there's still a lot of opportunity out there. So if you guys are wholesaling, you guys are gonna do very well soon. Anybody else got anything?
Where do you find your data? You're talking about data?
Which data are you looking for?
I guess data that tells you how the market is, where it's going, if it's a good.
Realtors have that data from the MLS. We have it because we own a brokerage. I actually am not a realtor, but I have access to the MLS. You guys can look up if you have a good realtor. If not, you got several of them here, Jamel, that you could reach out to depending on what area you're in. They can pull reports for you to show you what the active days on market are, and they can show you the active inventory. I would put the inventory, I bet you, is under 2.5 months, which means the stuff is flying off the shelf. I don't remember what that is, but it's been hovering around 2.5 to 2.7 months of inventory. And it's just going to get crazier for a little bit here while these interest rates are super low. So that's how we know. You can just look at the MLS.
Greg, I have a question.
Oh yeah, sure.
Do you remember the first day that we were on the call together and you gave me that walkthrough through the software? Can you remind me what the name of it is? That the prop stream?
Yeah, I'll put it in there in my link, or the link in here again, just because.
Thank you.
Just so you guys
I have
can
to get that.
Yeah, no problem.
And I definitely like what you're doing with this hub situation. I'm feeling it. Perfect.
Yes, that is an affiliate link. Yes, I get a teeny tiny commission for that. If you decide to, get your first 7-day free trial. You guys can play with it for 7 days, all you want. If you want to cancel, that's fine. But I do make a small commission on that. I worked out a deal with them for you guys, so
perfect.
I get a small
Thank
thing
you.
on that. I just always disclose that so you guys know that I do make a little bit of money on some of the affiliate links that are in that group, in that back end there.
No problem. Thanks, Greg.
Yep, no problem. I'll see if I can find that stupid video. I know I have like 3 videos that I've done for PropStream that I'll upload in that back end as well.
Greg, I don't know if you've seen my message, but Justin is waiting to get in. So can you let him
Again?
in?
No, I'm on.
Okay.
Thank you, Attila. Thank
Okay,
you, though.
good.
Thank you, man. I'm on.
No problem.
See, I had you guys all. I can see all of you guys, which means I can't see the chat thing. So sorry about that. Yes,
Right.
Dawn, I agree. Do more flips. We need more inventory. Okay, that's a good question, Kendra. How do you make an offer as an investor without coming off as disrespectful, lowball? So that's a tough answer, or a question to answer, because no matter what, it's always going to be looked at as a lowball, especially when you're dealing with realtors. Sorry, guys. When they have listings of even crappy properties, if you're not paying full price or almost list price for some of those things, it's going to come off as a lowball offer to them. And that's what Click Invest is helps us with, is making those lowball offers. It is what it is. It's a numbers game. So one of my mentors from a long time ago said, if your offer is not doesn't embarrass you, it's not low enough. And that's very true, because you have to make lowball offers to make money. Because like you've got the data that says that the ARV is 200. If they're asking 180 for a house, you know that to them an offer of 100 or 90,000 is going to look like a lowball offer. Lowball offer is not necessarily what you think is a lowball offer. It's what they think. So it's tough. Now it's a little bit different when you're dealing directly with a seller, because you're building enough rapport with them to help explain to them why your offer is going to come in a lot lower. But dealing with realtors, they always think that us investors are assholes and we're just trying to steal houses from people, and you're just never going to get away from that. And that's why I hate the MLS, but we still do it. We've done 4 deals off the MLS in the last 12 months, so we still do them. But it literally takes us like 400 offers to get a deal done. So I'm sure there are a lot of realtors in this town that hate my guts.
Okay, yeah, because like I mentioned, I'm we're working on the mobile homes.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of for sale by owners have them listed at prices. It's like you have to think of them as used vehicles. Mm-hmm. And some of them haven't did any rehab or anything like that. And we're doing that, trying to make them more modern and things and safer as well. So I was just wondering, like, any tips as far as kind of just approaching these homeowners in a comfortable way, where it's like, hey, I can't offer you this. Like, how do you just, I guess, build that relationship with them? Because
sure,
it seems like the manager side, they're kind of shutting down. They're not getting any homes really, but they are for sale mainly either by owner or they're listing them with the agent.
So the first thing you guys have to do is building rapport and getting to know. The main thing is why they're even selling in the first place. That's the root of everything when you're negotiating. You got to know why they're looking to sell or why they need to sell. And again, you guys need to be looking for the ones that need to sell, not the ones that want to sell. If you're looking for a deal, if you're looking for ones that want to sell, you're never going to get a deal unless they're willing to do owner financing and creative type stuff. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about cash and quick close. You got to know why and what the pain points are. And then you have to gently twist the knife on those pain points by saying, I solved those problems. I solved that issue by closing fast or paying your closing costs or whatever thing you're relieving. Like we talked today, Anton and Chris and I were going through our sales training, and I told them, I was like, a lot of people think that the price is the only pain point, and it's usually not price at all. It's usually something else that is eating away at them. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I use the example today of some people just need moving costs to get the hell out of their property. Right. And so a handful of investors might all offer them around $100,000 for the property. Well, that $100,000 doesn't do them any good right now because they think they need $10,000 to move. So they want 110 because they think they need that extra 10K to move. Well, you say, well, how if I gave you the $1,500 now? You just pay me back when it closes and I give you $100,000. Mm-hmm. You're solving the problem, but you're also offering the solution. So that you have to get a little creative, obviously, when you're negotiating, but you got to really dig down and find out what the problem is and their motivation for selling. And if they don't have a lot of motivation, then walk away.
Right.
Dawn,
Greg, can I add something to this?
Please.
Okay, one thing that we're doing now, we just locked up a mobile home in St. Pete. It's in a lot, so I don't even know if we can rent it, but we locked it up for $7,000. And we offered them a really low price to begin with. And how we did it was we showed properties that had sold in the area for like 10, 12, $5,000. And we told the homeowner to compare his own property to the lowest houses around there that possibly that had sold in the area. And what one strategy that we're doing now is we're saying, here's our offer now to buy your property cash, close on your terms, close in the time frame you want. But I just want to remind you that this offer is only good for like the next week or the next 3 days or the next day. We can't guarantee that we can give you this much even a week from now or a month from now, just because the instability of the market. And that's a good way to get them to sign a contract now, by letting them know that with the unstable market in the unforeseen future, this is what we're offering you today, but our offer is definitely going to change within the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and giving
Great.
it to them that way. I just wanted to add that, sorry.
No, that's awesome. That's why I do that too when it comes down to like the pricing, because it's called price anchoring. They have this
Mhm.
anchored price in their mind of what it is, and then you always ask them like, well, how'd you get to that price of $30,000 on a $5,000 or $7,000 trailer? And they're like, oh well, my neighbor's house sold for that. Well, which one was that? I'd love to look it up and see if it's comparable. And then they're just like, yeah, exactly. So you gotta work around price anchoring, and that's a whole thing. You can look up price anchoring on YouTube. There's probably a bunch of videos. I know John Martinez is who we use for our sales training. I don't know if he has the actual price anchoring videos on his YouTube channel, but I know that's in his sales training that we have at Outfast that we paid for. So that's good stuff though. But I mean, price anchoring is definitely something you have, is it going to be an objection? So you got to learn how to navigate price anchoring. Let's see. I don't know what you mean by 0 days on market, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, if I could add in about what the market is like right now, you know, I had somebody looking over, we were in the Newport Richey Holiday area, and I'm almost consistently anything that's priced right was losing out to conventional loans that were 5 to 10,000 over asking. So yeah, like you said, anybody that's fixing and flipping, if you do a good job and you clean up the little lines in the baseboards and you make sure the details are straight, you're definitely going to be presenting to a very captive and active audience. So there are buyers out there, and the market is very hot right now.
For sure.
Greg,
yes, sir.
I have a question. Somebody was responding to me for my postcards, and this is a mobile home, was built in 2006. The roof was damaged. I'm not sure if it's leaking, and I have a hard time to find the ARV comparables. It comes with the land. It's not in the park. It's a double wide, 1,600 square feet, something like that. So it's a large one. I don't know how to figure the ARV.
Where is it at?
In Brandon. In Brandon.
So what I had to do on the one that I flipped a few years ago, I had to go out like 5 miles, because it depends. It also depends. Like I was in Lakeland, so it was in the middle of nowhere, Lakeland, but like there was no comps. So I thought for sure, I mean, I bought the thing for 35 grand and it needed no work. So, I mean, it was kind of a no brainer, because I knew that there was one comp that was like 2.5 miles away. That was 1 acre. It was the same thing. It just, normally like when we're doing something inside the city, we want to go like a 1/4 mile, maybe a 1/2 mile out at the very most at this time. You just have to like, maybe go expand your radius search on that a little bit and just find something that's still similar in that area if you can at all. If you can't, then I don't know what to tell you.
I talked to the owner and I was asking, what do you think, how much it's worth? He said, I don't know, somewhere around 100 and 180,000. I was like, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't care where it's at. There's a mobile home worth
No way.
180,000.
No way.
I mean, maybe a manufactured home, but no. Like a new manufactured, like what a new manufactured home looks like, maybe, but not a mobile home.
Thank
Again, that's just the thing. Like you're gonna get responses to your postcards, your letters, your text messages, your emails, whatever you're doing for your marketing. You're gonna get a bunch of responses, but not everyone is a deal. And that's one thing I learned in John Martinez's thing too. Is like you can't go after the ones that aren't deals, because you're trying to make a deal happen because we're all itching to get a deal done. And I get it. I've been there. I've done it. You just have to let them go sometimes, when they're that unrealistic. You make your pitch, you make your offer, and you move on. And then when 6 months goes by, you follow up with them again and say, hey, did you ever sell that house or that mobile home or whatever? And it's just most likely going to be no. Well, I'm still here waiting. I'd like to make you another offer. If it's, it's fortune's in the follow-up. There's a reason they reached out to you, but if they're unrealistic in price, then obviously that's another thing.
Thank you.
All right, guys, it's almost 9 o'clock. If you guys want anything else, we can end it here. If not, I can answer anything else you guys got. All right, with that being said, thank you guys for coming out tonight. I appreciate you guys. Lots of great questions tonight, lots of new members. Thank you so much. Be on the lookout for the webinar link for NewView. Be on the lookout for the walkthrough that we'll do hopefully, like I said, next Saturday should be good. Fingers crossed. Nothing crazy happens between now and then. And if not, I'll see you guys then. And if not, I'll see you on the next meeting as well.
Thanks, Greg. See ya.
See you, man.